Yeah, the flow on this trail is awesome. Yes, what a beautiful trail. Hello and welcome to Cheek's Wheel Ride. I'm Will Cheek, and today I'm heading off on another adventure. I'm going to Colorado. You might say, didn't you just go to Colorado like 6 weeks ago? Yes, I did. I have a problem and I'm working through it. However, this trip's gonna be a little bit different because the van is not going. This is the setup that's going to Colorado this time. I am gonna be camping in this Lexus GX470, doing a little four-wheeling and hitting some single track on the 501. Don't worry, if you're not here for the 4x4 stuff, there's not gonna be much of it, if any at all. If you do want to see some 4x4 stuff, let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll put in some more in some future videos. Anyway, it's the same story as last time. Just got off work. It's about 6 p.m. About to head out, drive as far as I can. I got a sleeping set up in the back, so just like the van, I'll be sleeping part of the way and then finish off the rest in the morning. See ya. All right, I made it. I'm at the Hermosa Creek campground, just about 15 miles north of Durango. I'm gonna unload here and hit the Hermosa Creek trail, which is some beautiful single track. I'm excited. It is beautiful here. The weather's perfect. I'm gonna gear up and hit the trail. There we go. I'm gonna have to get acclimated. Bike and myself are gonna have to get acclimated. About 7,000 feet here. Man, this is a beautiful trail so far. Smooth. Except for the horse poop. Yes, this is awesome. Yeah, freshly cut trees. Good news, because I read a ride report on X saying that this was obstructed due to trees down. Yes, this is an awesome trail. Holy moly. Wow. Hello. Thank you, just me. It looked okay. Wow. I love this trail. Looks like it's mostly used by mountain bikers. Super smooth. I think it's going to transition to a much rockier and more technical type of trail down the trail. Wow, it's so fast right here on the edge. Love it. You don't even need to stand up for this trail. I mean, it's so smooth. I'm going to be eating my words later, watch. Be super rough. Yes. I think that was a big pile of poop in that creek. Nasty. Yes. How's it going? Just me. Oh, there's that smell I love. Fragrance de Colorado. Yes. Yes, this is just a dream trail. Hey, you can't take off in third gear, dummy. How are you? All right, how many you got in your group? All right, thanks. None behind me. Hello.
How you doing?
All right, you? Good. And some older fellas. I hope when I'm that age I can ride a mountain bike. Hell, I hope when I'm that age I can walk. Yeah. Yeah, the flow on this trail is awesome. Ooh, a little close to the edge there. Trees cut, I like it. Man, what happened here? All these trees broken. It's been a bad storm. Just me, thanks. Walking, huh? That looks terrible. Yes, what a beautiful trail. Should have stopped taking a photo of that. Howdy. Didn't even see that fella. Whoa! Come on through.
One more behind.
All right, thanks. None behind me. Wow, look at that. Holy moly. Goodness. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
It's one of those trails that's beautiful, great views, but you can't take your eye off the trail or you'll end up down there. I looked on the map and I thought, you know, this single track's on the way. We'll just stop in here and get a little bit in. Didn't know it was going to be this. Hell yeah. Whoa, whoa. Uh-oh. Wrong turn. I don't want to go that way. It's Dutch Creek. Now, I know this is a spot where it's not ATV anymore. It turned to single track. I know. Can you believe that last bit back there was legal for ATVs? can't imagine it. Here it's going to get narrower and I think more technical. Even though it's not very technical yet. It is more narrow. Baby, getting a little rockier now. I bet the mountain bikers don't come through here. I don't know, maybe they do. It's just so loose. It's loose for mountain bikes. That's a big old berm. Awesome. Big old berm out in the wilderness. Nice. Oh, really? Big old tree down now. Okay, maybe this is the trees that I read the report about. I don't see a split, so I don't know why there's a trail that way and a trail this way. Looks like this trail's going up and there's a big tree right in the way. Yeah, I should be able to get up there. Or just get impaled by the tree, whichever. Oh yeah. Squeezed by it, just barely. Hope there's not many more like that. Okay. Okay, lots of trees down, wow. This is no big deal. I should have just kept my momentum. Yes. Oh, more mountain bikers. Shoot, I gotta get off the track. How's it going?
Good, 2 of us.
0 behind me.
Great thing.
Hey, thank you so much.
Hello.
Have fun.
You too. Why do I keep trying to take off in 3rd gear? My first day on a motorcycle. I was just thinking, I bet the mountain bikers don't come this far out. And then here they come. Mountain bikers are hardcore. Okay, okay. Alright, well I'm gonna be a wuss and go around it and probably get hung up. Yep, I'm about to fall. That's a silly way to crash, dude. That is a silly way to crash. 1st gear, here we go. Come on. Oh, I went right through that cow patty. God dang. You know the dirt's good when you got half worn out dual sport tires and they feel great. It's just good dirt. It's also possible these tires are way underinflated, providing a whole lot of grip. and probably a puncture or pinch flat coming up. Yeah. I want to go up higher. Let's go up higher. Oh, don't fall off the edge here. Goodness. Golly. Gotta start riding a motorcycle, quit looking at the scenery. I know most of you dirt bikers, you love the love the technical, difficult stuff, the slow speed, trials like riding hard enduro. I know, you're probably bored right now, but I am loving this. Fast, third gear, flow. Well, that's weird, okay. A real dirt biker, oh crap. A real dirt biker would, I got 0. A real dirt biker would be hopping over these logs, not going around them. One day I aspire to be a real dirt biker. Got one, he said he had one more? I don't know. Couldn't really tell what he was trying to say. All I know is he waved me on. Sorry, buddy. Come on around. It's going great. Have a good one. This is one of those trails I just don't know if I ever want to end. Ooh. Oh yeah. Man, y'all just hit it, you know? If I was brave, I would. Yeah, I kind of like that, but smoother. Smoother and more skill. Oof. Don't blow that corner. Okay. Should I get the drone out here? Yeah, let's get the drone out. Is that a tent down there? Emergency shelter, maybe? Doesn't look like it's been there very long. Cool.
This is a spot. Oh shoot. Don't go down there. There we go. There we go. Guess I'll stand up like a real dirt biker. Well, what have we here? Have a good one. And we have all these rules about right-of-way and bikes yield to mountain bikes, and everyone yields to hikers, and hikers yield to, I don't know, nobody? I don't know. And then we have the other rule. Uphill has right-of-way, but I guess it's overridden by what thing you're using. But on my 200-mile 7-pass video, where I rode my Norden over the Alpine Loop, plus Black Bear Pass, plus several others, I posted a short clip of the interaction between me and that Jeep on Black Bear Pass. It was the one where it's a narrow spot. He was coming towards me, and I grabbed the edge and just let him go by. And he touched me on the way by, rubbed me with his tire, rubbed my foot with his tire. And I posted it just because it was entertaining interaction. I wasn't trying to blame anybody or shame anybody. But I posted that short clip on Facebook, and oh my goodness, people come out of the woodwork. The biggest thing people were saying was, Black Bear Pass is one way, you're going the wrong way, idiot. First of all, Black Bear Pass is not all one way. It is one way from a couple miles. Whoa. What a dummy. Pass is not one way the whole way. It's only one way from about a mile on the Telluride side from the top of the pass is where it starts, and then it's basically the steps and most of the switchbacks, and then the switchback at the top of Bridalveil Falls, it goes back to two-way. So users can come from Highway 550 like I was doing, go to the summit or saddle, and then turn around and come back to 550 if they don't want to do the gnarly part of the steps and the switchbacks. And alternatively, if you're in Telluride, you can come up as far as, holy marmot, as far as the top of Bridalveil Falls and then go back. So everyone wanted to say that I was going the wrong way on a one-way. Well, it wasn't one way. And second of all, if they were right about the whole trail being one way, then it was the Jeeps going the wrong way. They were the ones going towards 550. So that was the whole deal. And then you had a whole bunch of people saying, uphill has a right-of-way, uphill has a right-of-way, uphill has a right-of-way. Yes, uphill has a right-of-way is the guideline for safe passing. It is not the only way to handle every situation. You have to look at every situation and use your judgment on what is the safest and easiest way to pass. In that situation, there was no wide spot for us to pass each other close to either one of us. And so the best thing for me to do is just grab the safest spot I can and let him get by. Some people said, oh, the bike should never stopped, and the reason why uphill has the right of way is because it's hard for them to regain their momentum once they stop. Well, yes. And they expected the Jeep that was coming down the hill to stop and back up. I said, think about what you just said. If the Jeep has to stop and back up, then either way, they're having to regain their momentum going uphill. And at that point, the Jeep's in reverse. So that's arguably less safe and more difficult. On top of that, what if you switch roles? What if I'm on the motorcycle coming down the hill? You're expecting me to stop and reverse up the hill? Well, newsflash, about 99% of motorcycles do not have reverse. Yeah, a couple gold wings and some trikes and stuff, but that's a whole different deal. I cannot reverse up the hill. So that hard and fast rule of gotta stop, gotta reverse, gotta let the guy going uphill have the right of way is silly. On top of that, the Jeep driver, the first one, he demonstrated that he could not be trusted to give me enough space to pass even when I was a stationary object. He hit me. What do you think is going to happen when I'm a moving object and he stopped? He's going to give me enough space? I am not taking that risk, for sure. Like I said, I didn't make that post to blame or shame anybody. I just made it because I thought it was interesting. That kind of interaction where you have those tight passes like that, that's just part of the game. That's just what we do when we go out here and ride these narrow tight passes. It's just part of it. I wasn't panicking. People misunderstood that too. Check the map here. But that post, I think, it triggered all the Jeep guys. They jumped in there unnecessarily defensive of their Jeep brethren, when I wasn't trying to blame or say anybody did anything wrong. Sure, I think the Jeep driver could have passed me without touching me. Wasn't that big a deal, but the second driver proved it was possible. And then another thing people were saying is, well, the bike rider didn't make any attempt to get over, and he could have leaned the bike away, and he could have got over out of the way. If you look at 11 seconds into that video where I'm stopped against the hillside, my bike is actually sliding down the hillside because I'm so far up it. But the viewpoint was such a wide angle of that 360, it can distort sort of the edges of the image and kind of make it unclear about how much space is there. And so it's incredible how people will jump in there and try to quarterback and analyze a situation where they weren't even present for. And I was leaning my bike away from the Jeep. I had my right leg bent because my foot was up on the hillside, and I was leaning my bike towards the hillside to try to create more space. And you can see that it's proven because my handlebar is wider than my foot peg, and the part that the Jeep hit was my foot peg. If I was sitting straight up and down, the Jeep would have hit my mirror, which is at the end of my handlebar, but he didn't. He hit my foot. That's because I had the bike leaned away, a lot of weight on my right leg on the hillside, trying to create more space. People just seem to have a tendency or a bias against motorcyclists most of the time. I had one guy make a comment, "Idiot cross rocket rider." Like, what do you even say to that? Like, that's not even something you can argue with, is it? Because, I mean, cross rocket is sort of a slang term for a sport bike or a race-inspired street bike. There's nothing race-inspired sport bike about a Norden. Race-inspired dirt bike maybe, but that's pretty far off of that too. It's a big 500-pound machine. And then he calls me an idiot just for no reason, explanation, just shows your bias. Man, that is cool. Also, the funny thing is, 99.9% of the comments on my YouTube video were positive. And that's because people who are watching a 45-minute video of some guy riding a motorcycle are motorcyclists. They're not Jeep guys. But the Facebook video, it just pulled out all the Jeep guys and triggered them all. Crazy. This is absolutely beautiful. I'm sorry, I gotta get another photo. What a killer trail. How awesome. Hello. Hey. So who has the right of way there, huh? I don't know, but he waved me on, so I went. Whoa. Beautiful valley. God, this reminds me of something of the Yellowstone TV show. Look at those poor souls pushing their mountain bikes. That looks like a lot of work. Oh, the beauty. How's it going, buddy? How are y'all doing?
Beautiful day.
Excellent, isn't it? Doesn't get much better.
Yes. Perfect temperature. No rain.
No, I was just thinking about that. I have not.
Good.
Anybody else with you?
Just the two of us.
All right, y'all have a good one.
Doesn't look like there's anybody else getting ready to pick them up either.
I'm all by myself. Whoopsie. Whoa. Well, unfortunately, I think this is all the single track I got time for today. Wish I'd have come earlier. I could have squeezed in a couple more trails. See, I could go this Coral Draw, loop back over this way. Be a big loop, but I could do it if I had more time. Instead, I'm gonna jump on this east. No, I'm not. I'm gonna jump on this Hermosa Park road back down to 550. Loop back to 550 back to the truck real quick. Also, if I had more time, I could do East Ballum all the way up here to Ophir and then all the way down 550, but that'd be a lot of highway.
All right, back at the Lexus, all loaded up. Man, what an epic trail. I just kind of stumbled across that. I saw some single track on OnX on the way, and I thought, let's just try this out and see what it is. I think that might be my new favorite Colorado single track. That was awesome. I know for some of you hardcore bikers, that was not hard enough, not hard enduro enough but for me. I love the flow. I love the views. It's awesome. Now I'm headed up to Ouray. It's about an hour up the road. We'll find a place to eat, find a campsite, and get ready to do a little 4x4 ride in the morning, I think. See y'all later.